It's the 25th anniversary, Ninja Steel. Go, Ninja Steel. Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd. Happy post National Power Rangers Day, everybody. Did you enjoy your Power Rangers Day? Did Zordon Claus give you some good presents under your Ranger tree? Yes, August 28th was National Power Rangers Day, and the best way to celebrate that was with a brand new Power Rangers episode. So Nickelodeon aired a primetime special of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel called Dimensions in Danger, which of course features some legacy Power Rangers. Tommy, Kat, TJ, Wes, Rocky, Gia, Gemma, Coda, Trent, Antonio, and of course the Super Ninja Steel Rangers were there too. I really had fun with this episode. This was some classic Power Ranger stuff right here. Getting a bunch of Rangers together, going out on a mission, fighting a monster, having their Ranger poses with explosions in the background, all that good stuff was there. I actually ended up watching it twice. That's how much I enjoyed it. It was like, I gotta watch it a second time just to get those little moments that I really liked in the episode seen again. It was just so neat to see so many different Rangers from different eras all together in this episode. And I love that the episode also made sure to clarify what dimensions they were from. Yes, it's already been kind of established that RPM is a different dimension from the main Power Ranger timeline, but a lot of people had some questions about Dino Supercharge after they came back from the past and dinosaurs still existed, which I don't think is that crazy because Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, everybody, what's up? Dino Supercharge predicted it first. Life finds a way. So I love that in this episode, they were just like, hey, we don't know you two Rangers. And she's like, I'm Gemma. I'm from the RPM universe where we have a computer virus that took over the world. Kind of similar to what's about to happen in Beast Morphers. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then Coda's like, I'm Coda, caveman from Dino Supercharge era. We have dinosaurs. And after they said that, I was just waiting for them to turn to the camera and just go, you got that, Ranger Board? Is Power Rangers Now already wrote his article about this? Will this be referenced in the No Pink Spandex podcast? These are Power Ranger in-jokes. And look, I didn't hate the legendary battle, the 20th anniversary special, but I had some criticisms. Mainly because I thought the Legacy Rangers in that episode were pretty much overglorified cameos than actually being a team up. This felt like a team up from the very beginning when Wes and Coda and Gemma meet up with the Super Ninja Steel Rangers and let them know what's going on and go with them on their mission. You feel like that this is an actual team up throughout the episode. So I really appreciated that. As opposed to just the Legacy Rangers having a couple of cameos here and there and then just showing up right at the very end going, hey, we're here. And not only do I like seeing the references and legacies of Power Rangers, but I couldn't help but also enjoy those subtle references to the Shattered Grid comic book series. The Power Rangers comic book has been doing a Shattered Grid arc where the evil Lord Draven has been going across all the different eras of Power Rangers and taking their powers so that he can rule supreme. They could have been gods. In this episode, Dimensions in Danger, we don't have Lord Draven, we have Lord Draven, a monster who recruits Tommy, who just happens to be the person that is Lord Draven in the comic books. Subtle. Kidnaps Tommy, makes an evil clone of Tommy Robot, and then uses that Tommy Robot to go capture other Power Rangers so that way that Lord Draven can take the powers of those Power Rangers to create an army of Rangers. Evil Rangers are an army with their powers. Again, totally not like Shattered Grid. He also gets these magical arrows that he can shoot up in the air that shatters the sky, little cracked sky there. This is totally different. By the way, Tommy has a kid. They mentioned that in this episode that Tommy has a kid. Who is the mother? They never really defined who the mother was, but Kat was also in this episode. I saw them holding hands in one part of the episode. So is Kat the mommy? Is Kimberly the mommy? Smooth Tommy Oliver. But of course it was awesome to have Tommy back because with Tommy here and an evil Tommy here, you had to have a quintessential Tommy versus evil Tommy fight. That is just like a staple of Power Ranger-ness of Tommy having to fight other versions of himself. They did it in Mighty Morphin, they did it in Dino Thunder, they do it here, and they do it awesomely with this brand new thing that needs to be in stores right now. Hasbro, are you paying attention? Tommy was able to morph into his different Ranger forms in this episode using what is called the Master Morpher. It allowed him to turn from Dino Thunder Black to Zeo Red to Mighty Morphin White to the Go Green Ranger Go, all in one morpher. That's freaking awesome. That needs to be a toy. Can other Rangers get it? Can Kat have it so she can turn from Mighty Morphin Pink to Zeo Pink to Turbo Pink? Huh? Can TJ get it so instead of always just having him as blue in space, maybe he could also morph back to Turbo Red. Come on, man, I ain't seen TJ in red since Forever Red. I need him back in that red suit because he's
Selwyn Ward, first black leader of the Power Rangers.
Nice to see those former Rangers come back, especially when you had that shot of the Super Ninja Steel Rangers ready to fight, and then the other Power Rangers pop up behind them, and they all go, "It's morphin' time!" And they turn into their various Rangers, and they had that classic Power Ranger explosion in the background, and I was like, yes! And then we get just the most epic fight of all time for like a good minute. But it was a really good fight. Seeing all the Power Rangers working together, fighting all these evil robot Rangers, it was so cool. I especially loved the moments when they were able to match colors together, like when Pink Turbo and Pink Ninja Steel got to zap across each other against Robot Rangers, or that one time when Gold Samurai and Gold Ninja Steel jumped out the window together and started fighting side by side. That stuff was awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Coda just like got some straight up Jordan airtime and was just like blasting everything. I was like, dang, man, that's awesome. Did Coda and Preston ever have a moment together? I feel like that was a missed opportunity to have a meta moment of like, you feel like a brother to me or something. I don't know. He's just something. There's a part when they all come together and they pull out their blasters and they're zapping together and it zooms in on them. I'm just like, yes, this is the Power Ranger stuff I love. And then Draven grows and about to shoot one more arrow. And I'm like, what are they going to do? Are they going to call her Zord? And Tommy's like, I got this. Turns into Mighty Morphin White, calls the freaking Falcon Zord. The Falcon Zord comes back, y'all. Who flies up, grabs that arrow, throws it back at Draven, and Draven is done, son. Power Rangers. I even love that cute little moment at the end where the Legacy Rangers are like, hey, you guys are doing a good job. And then the Super Ninja Steel Rangers was like, hey, it's so nice to have you here. It's great talking to legends. That was a cute moment. But as much as I want to give props to the Legacy Rangers, I gotta be real, man. I gotta give props to the Super Ninja Steel Rangers in this episode as well. I think that they were probably their best that I've seen them as far as being Rangers in this episode. There's just something about them where it seems like the stakes were a little bit higher for them and they were taking this more seriously than what you saw in some of the previous episodes where it's like, Brody got accused of stealing, or I want to beat my hoverboard record. It was like, no, this is legit serious stuff right here. We got to take care of it. And I just really thought that was nice. I think in this episode, their parts were a good example of how you can still make this for your target audience on Nickelodeon, but still give it a little bit more gusto so that if you're an older Ranger fan, you can be like, all right, I can watch this. But of course, you can't talk about Power Rangers and be a fan of Power Rangers without also equally criticizing Power Rangers, because that's what you do with nerd stuff nowadays. You gotta love something and also complain about it all the time. That's why I love doing this. The episode should have been longer. I get it, you've done anniversary episodes that were half hour before, but I really feel like this could have lended itself to be an hour. When you have 10 Rangers, when you have so many opportunities to mix and match Rangers, I feel like some extended fight sequences, some extended time with the Legacy Rangers could have helped to just push this a little bit further. But I'm saying this because the things that you did in the 30 minutes were quite good. If the episode wasn't all that good, I would have been like, all right, we're fine. But the fact that there was so much stuff that I was like, this is working, a lot of this is working, that's what made me feel like I wish it was longer. Or even if it wasn't a full hour, maybe it was like 45 minutes, you could have done 45 minutes and maybe done like a 15-minute behind the scenes thing, like almost like a mini documentary. JDF was there. I know you got behind the scenes footage. I love the man. He always has a camera in his hand. That My Morphin Life got to get made, son. There are some rumors that there might be an extended version of this episode, and that Nickelodeon clip kind of almost semi-confirms it. But I really think that, particularly with this being a primetime special airing at 8 o'clock at night on Nickelodeon, it would have made perfect sense to make it something that aired from 8 to 9. I mean, I love SpongeBob, don't get me wrong, but they showed an hour and a half of SpongeBob SquarePants, an hour and a half after the episode. SpongeBob, you couldn't give up 30 more minutes to let the Power Rangers have the 2-part special? But then SpongeBob was like, who makes the money around here? And he backhand slaps the Power Rangers and says, don't give me any more back talk. I would be able to do that a little bit better if my voice was just not somehow completely destroyed. It was here yesterday, and now it's gone. Maybe it's from all the screaming I did watching this episode because I enjoyed myself. And yes, there were some Rangers that got more screen time than other Rangers. Of course, a lot of focus was put on Tommy, but that is to be expected. Tommy is the Ranger that a lot of people know about. That would be like watching an episode of Family Matters and going, why is there so much Urkel in doing this. But yeah, man, I really love this episode. I thought it was better use of the Legacy Rangers in this. I thought that the action was awesome. I thought that the Super Ninja Steel Rangers brought their game up as well as the Legacy Rangers, showing that they still got it. And nobody ages in this thing. They all look amazing and beautiful as they did when they first were on the show. It's crazy. I really did enjoy it, man. I had a lot of fun with it. It was just fun. It felt like the 90s all over again, man. I'm just like watching a primetime television special of one of my favorite shows that I normally would have been watching Saturday morning or weekday afternoon. It was like that season 2 Mighty Morphin when Lord Zed got introduced and they showed that in primetime on Fox. It felt that way for me again, but just with these new Rangers and with these Legacy Rangers. So let me know what you thought about this episode, and I'm gonna issue you a challenge. Name 5 Power Rangers that were not in this episode that you would like to see added to this episode. If you could add 5 more Rangers to this, who would they be? Go! Thank you so much for watching this. If you like what I do, make sure you're subscribed and check out my videos. I live like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000, and I'll see you next Power Rangers Day. Now I'm gonna go find my voice.